Mike, who is this guy? Listen, he's been serving high volume for over 20 years. This is his 30-year anniversary in marriage, has 2 amazing kids. He even loves dogs. But I'm telling you, he's a powerhouse in this profession with the message we all need to hear. With the loudest voice wins. Let's stand to our feet and cheer on the man, Dr. Kevin Jackson. Let's give it up.
I just want to thank everybody for having me, and Billy, thank you for having me out. Is Cliff Hardick in the house by any chance? I see Cliff Hardick. Hey, Cliff. All right. Well, I want to thank Cliff for saying the nice words yesterday. It was a beautiful thing. Thank you for being a blessing to our family. But I want to say a quick story about Cliff Hardick. I one time went to visit him in London, Ontario, and he asked me if he'd go walking around downtown. And we ended up going to this Catholic church. It was a beautiful cathedral. We walked inside, and there's nuns singing in the balcony in the back, and the priest was giving the service. And next thing you know, we heard a scream from the back, and one of the young nuns had fallen out of the balcony, and she got caught up in the railing by her shoe, and she was hanging upside down, and God bless her, her dress had come up over her head, and she was a spread eagle, and she barely had anything on, and the priest yelled out, "No man looketh, or he shall go blind." And so Cliff, being the wonderful man that he is, he looks at me and he goes, "What the hell, I have 2." And then, but don't let Cliff see you looking at his glass eye this weekend if you stop by the Max Living. He gets unhinged, he gets nuts when you take a look at that stuff. So this is my beautiful family here. These are my chiropractic angels. What I have is my mother-in-law in the middle, who is she's been in chiropractic for 60 years or so, and she's an honorary DC. She was one of the founders of Life University, if you can believe that. I have my 2 kids on the end there. Yeah, Patsy Sigafus. My gosh, she's a beautiful lady. I have my 2 kids on the end. We have Chloe, closest to Patsy, and then Kenna, and they're both working on their prerequisites to go to Life University. So, yeah, that'll be 3rd-generation chiropractors. And, of course, we have my beautiful bride, and she's on the board of the LCW. She's also on the board of the ICA, and she puts in a good 10, 15 hours a week with those organizations, all volunteer, not wanting anything back. She gives and she gives and she gives. She's not even on Facebook. She doesn't want anybody to know who she is, but that's her. And what we really need in chiropractic is more women in leadership positions. Amen? Yeah. I think if we're going to solve this situation, this internal problem that we have in chiropractic, it'll be the women who can get it done. So go ahead and feast your eyes on this piece of work here. And I don't know if in the CalJam bags, are there barf bags by any chance? But let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in practice with my wife, as was just mentioned, for 27 years. I've spent 50,000 hours in my clinic. We've had over 17,500 patients. There's been over 1 million patient encounters that we've had so far. On a regular week, we see about 1,000 people or so, but they all come in without insurance. They all come in without, and don't get me wrong when I say this, there's no, they don't pay up front, but they come in strictly because they know the chiropractic philosophy or they got results from the chiropractic adjustment. And you know, you can build a practice just based on really good artwork as a chiropractor, being an artist with your technique, and you can be really great at being a chiropractic philosopher. It's very important. You can be a good chiropractic scientist too. You can document and do pre and post checks, and it's really important that we get back to the vision of chiropractic. But I feel sorry for this guy because it's embarrassing to see that kind of political stuff. It's just a political statement, by the way. But maybe he didn't know that when you lose the curve in your neck that it decreases the blood flow to the brainstem, and that changes your neurology. I mean, these are simple bits of evidence about subluxation. Maybe he didn't know that when you have a slight change in the juxtaposition of the atlas, that it changes the cerebral spinal flow to the brain. That changes your physiology. Maybe he doesn't know that in New Zealand, across the waterway from him, can you get my water for me, please? That they can measure. You can measure the effects of subluxation. You can measure the effects of the adjustment. I mean, I don't understand where these people are coming from. It's insane because it hurts our profession.